Okie dokie then. I know that at the time of this live stream, I know Miss Sonia is doing hers. I'm sorry. I uh, I got a lot of stuff going on this evening, so I gotta kind of get in where I can fit in. So, and I really want to get this done so I can do that final portrait. All right, this is just going to be a continuation of forming the clouds. If you look down to the lower right, you will see some red, some green, some white, and some light blue. All right, we're going to make gray, obviously, out of those two complementary colors, which is the red and the green. We're going to dip a little bit of white in there, and we're going to get just another lighter shade of a gray. Okay, and we're going to strategically put some of this brighter tone on these clouds and make them look a little more fluffy and all of that. And I do intend to probably maybe finish up maybe 90% of these clouds. If I can get the clouds done, then the rest will be just middle and foreground stuff after that. All right. Okay. Well, hello there, Jessica. How are you? Good to see you. So we're gonna move right on along, and I'm gonna get I think I'm gonna try to mess with I'll use this brush here. It's just a regular, show it to you right here, right there. Let's see if I can get it in focus. There you go. Nothing but a makeup brush. All right. All right. And we're gonna do first off is dip into our opposite colors, a little bit of green here, a little touch of red. We're gonna brown. It's gonna cancel each other out. It's gonna turn brownish. All right. So if you want a little more green in it, because it's a little bit on the red side right now. So if you want to touch more of green, just add a little more green in there. And once again, it just cancels itself out. All right. Now we'll pop in a touch of white. And you see, instant gray. All right. All right. So as I'm looking at this, I think this will be a nice little tone, nice little shade to mess around with it. It'd be a lot of scumbling, which is just me doing a lot of dry brushing. Okay. All right. Doing good, good for you. I don't know what GTSYT is. I can't even pronounce that. What is that? What are you trying to say? We're gonna start. Okay, you see where we got this dark here. All right, I'm probably gonna save that for the brighter side. All right, so I'm gonna go into the secondary color here. And it needs to be a little brighter. That's a little bit too gray. All right, I can tell just by touching it. So we just brighten that up a little bit. I don't want to put too much paint on it because I want it to be more of a scumbling mess. So I'm just wearing off a lot of this paint off the brush. All right, let's try that again. All right, that'll work. That'll work. We'll come over to the edge like that, and we'll kind of go into the dark in here. Just like that. Come up around in here. And I'm going to start to really fold and place these little cloud batches in here. I'm going to create almost another flowing line with that. I'm going to wipe off my brush. The paint, you still got a little bit of play in this. So I'm going to go right here toward the edge, and I'm going to fade it in. As you can see, I'll just fade it into the other gray. So you got a little bit of a window to do this. Okay, come up around in here, play around in here a little bit, and just get it be a nice little smoky look if you can. And we're gonna start just building right off of that. All right, I'll get a little bit more. Okay, See, all of that internet lingo stuff, I'm not too hip on all of that. See, if you would have just wrote it out, I would have understood that. When you start doing all those acronyms, yeah, you're gonna lose the old man. So you're into coin collecting. That's good. I haven't seen you do too many bits of painting. I was just wondering what you're doing with yourself, you know. I'm gonna come up in here. Now remember, brighter colors makes your work stand out a bit. Okay. Now I'm gonna wipe off my brush. I'm gonna do a little at a time. I don't have to rush this. I'm not going to concentrate on a lot of hard edges in the background here. Don't necessarily have to do that. Okay. Just touch a little bit at a time. Oh, let's come in here and build up a few things. And we take this and come on down and meet some of the other ones. So I'm actually just reforming these clouds, still keeping the circular type of flow with it. Okay. All right. We're going to come in here. We're going to come up around in here. Really airy. Bring some of that light stuff down here. Have it disappear to that darker color there. The good thing about scumbling, okay, you can add as much or as little pressure as you feel you may need. All right. But you see how fast this is going along here. Just moving right along. Oh, I know you still do live streams. I see you. I know you still do them. I see you. You come up on my wall, your notifications. So I still see that you're doing it. It's good. It's good. Papa Smurf is still there talking to you? Just curious. It just takes a very little bit. Okay, I'm gonna come around here and get some. It's like the upside down letter C. And it's just adding more depth to the clouds, that's all. In that circular motion, I'm just getting rid of that top edge. Fade out that top edge a bit. The key to it is you don't really want to get rid of everything you did previous. Okay. Hey, Billy. Good to see you, boss. I'm just going to finish up on these clouds here. Okay. I'll come right up here on the top. Then come on around here. Now, as I come around on this edge, the top will be a little sharper and the bottom will be soft. All right. Oh, we're going to come up around here a little bit. Come up around here. It's more of a sharper line on the bottom, but we're fading out the top. Like so. Just blend that top right out there. And remember, some of this is going to have a different look to it once the paint dries. I'm not using any glycerin or anything. It's just right now, I'm not even using water. It's just the natural paint itself. Okay, and I'm just scumbling the other gray tones in there. Now, I used a different variety of color. I used blue with the black and white to do the first um, red, obviously the red and the green. So you can see a little bit of reddish tones in this variation of gray. And there's nothing at all wrong with that. Okay. You got your Halloween costume on. Oh, Lord. Why do you have your costume on now? You do know that Halloween's tomorrow, right? So why do you have it on now? All right. Well, you just couldn't wait for Halloween. You just had to put it on a day earlier. Is that it? Now, I know you don't really see what I'm doing here. Let me reduce this. I'll make it smaller. There, now you guys can see it. Okay. So I'm still checking things out a little bit. I'm looking at it. Okay. I'm going to take an even small, well, maybe I can take a flat brush. And I'll start to brighten up a few of these from the inside, not necessarily the outside yet. Just the inside. And let me take a smaller flat brush and turn around here and see what I got. If I can't get a hold of a, well, I'll use this. I'll use the wedge brush. I'll show you what it looks like. I'll use one of these. Okay. I'll use the little wedge brush. Little tiny fellow. It's a 3/4. No, so yeah, it's a 1/4 inch brush. All right. Oh, you're gonna co-host a live stream? Oh, all right. Nice, nice. Very nice. I wish you the best with it. I'm gonna mix in just a slight touch of green, a slight touch of the red. We're gonna mix it right here, and we're gonna use more of the white. All right. A little touch of green. Let's not make it so red. Okay. It's slowly mixing in. It's getting there. Okay. Let's get a pinch more green. Let's see what that brings. If I feel it's getting a little too green, we don't know yet, then I'll add another pinch of red. We'll see. But I don't think so. I think it's mixing in pretty good there. Okay. All right. And let's test this out. Let's see if it's light enough. I'll put it, let's put it here. Let's see. Yeah, I think we might get away with that. Okay. Okay. And once again, just scumble. Now these are going to be more in a circle. Okay. It's like just making the letter C, and you're fading out the letter C as you go into the darkness there. And you make this as wide or as slender as you would like. All right. Key to doing something like this, okay? Let's just take it right here, right here, right in here. A lot of wide arc. And fade it out. And blend it as smooth as you can. Remember, you got a short window to get all of this in here, all right? Because I don't have water mixed in it, so. But as you can see, I'm getting more of a cloud look here. Okay. Sharper. When you're going from the bottom, the cloud's kind of sharp at the top, at the edge, but it fades out toward the bottom. All right. And you'll start to see like things forming and all of that. And I'm just building up brighter and brighter. And I'm making more of a circular. I'll come here like this. Then I'll come out like that. And we'll bring it right on out here. And still circular, very circular. Fade it out. Remember to fade it out on the bottom. Now when I'm on the side, it's this part that's gonna have the sharper edge, and it just kind of fades out in here. Now remember, when this paint dries, it dries darker, so you'll still see underlying things going on over the paint. And a lot of it's just, once again, a lot of scumbling, a lot of blending. And just take your time with it. Take your time. We'll come here and we'll just join it right in here. I'll mix some of that in there like that. You might think all that dark is disappearing. It's not. It's blending in with everything else. So we're getting very interesting colors using the different blends of gray. Okay, so we have gray with blue in it. We have gray with a little bit of red in it. And it shows when you put it up against another color. All right, it does show. Let's pop one right here at the edge like that. Just like that. And we'll come over here on the side like this. Circular. And then we'll blend it all in. Remember, don't rush it. Take your time and have fun with it. Yeah, I don't do the Halloween thing anymore. I used to be really big into it. Years and years ago, I used to do the makeup thing. I used to work at the haunted house and all of that type of stuff. Yes, I did all of that. Let's bring some of this up here, just like that. And then we'll come down and blend that. Get it a little brighter and we'll blend it away. And remember, we're taking care of the bottom edge when you come around like this. Okay, just like that. And now you can see how that edge is even more pronounced, that dark edge, to which we're going to get rid of that. Don't worry about that. Yeah, I used to be into all of that. I used to do the costumes. I used to put back when I did it, I just used a lot of flour and water. I used to paste it on my face and mold a fake forehead. I used to do the whole 9 yards, man. I used to really get into it. The fangs, the whole thing, man. I used to do it. Yes, I did. I've been featured on the news a few times. Yeah, I've won a few costume contests back in the day. I used to really be into it. Okay, as you can see, I done used up my colors, which is fine. That's great. No problem. Once again, I'm just using a little bit of green, a little bit of red, and a whole lot of white. Okay, it's like that. All right. As long as it's brighter than what I put on before, you're in the right ballpark. That can do to be a little touch of brighter as I'm looking at it. Okay. All right. I can't do this like I would do the makeup brush, because it's not a makeup brush. Okay. I'm wiping off some of this extra paint. I'll just take the paint that I have on here and we just roll it in there. Once again, you don't want a really hard edge on the bottom. Just blend and fade that out. Circular motions if you can. Now, doing paintings like this, you might have to exercise a little bit of patience, of course. It's some things you just can't do. It's not a rush job. Okay. Now, even though I'm going toward the bottom here, you might not see a lot of this, but it's okay. You're still keeping with the flow of the painting. All right. Lay a lot of this on the bottom, you might not see it all because there's going to be fall colors in here. But you'll see, because once again, I am exercising a sense of aerial perspective and depth in the painting. All right. Oh, let's come here like this. Just like that. Coming on around. And as I'm doing this, remember, you don't want to get rid of all of your darks. Okay. And it's just me blending and having a little fun, guiding where this stuff goes. All right, let's go up top up here. And we're going to do more circular, like that, guide it in there. And we're going to take this and we're going to, once again, just blend it out. When you blend like this with such a fine brush, you're going to wear that brush down a little bit. So always try to have more than one sticking around somewhere. Okay. The canvas will do a job on your brushes. So it's always good to get yourself a few of them. All right. Come up around in here a little bit. Bring it down here. And around in here. Come up around in here a little bit. As you can see, I'm brightening up a few bits. Don't be afraid to do this. Once again, it adds to the depth of your clouds. Float around a little. Come on out here. Play around a little bit. Helps lead your eye around, okay? Did Billy go to sleep? I don't hear from Billy. I think I done bored Billy. We lost Billy. All right. Let's bring all this action back up on the top now. What you grinning for? What you grinning? Grinning for there, Jesse. I see that grin. Hey, Jay. It's good to see you. I haven't been around much either. I've just recently came back within the week. So I understand. I've taken a break for like over 5 months. So I understand. So it looks like we all have been taking a little siesta, a little break here. Once again, I'm just sharp on the bottom, fade out on the top. And this is not even the main color yet. But you should see now the difference. Okay. Now you may notice that my camera's doing that little in and out thing. All right, that's because of that fella back there. Okay. So it's really trying to gather its focus. All right. But that's why it's doing the little shakes. But I don't think it should be too distracting for you guys. I'll bring it up here. And remember just to blend it. I know the tape is here at the edge, but I don't care. It's all right. Just because the tape is there don't mean you stop where the border of the tape is. Continue on. Continue the flow of your painting. All right, you should be able to see the line there, the tape line, but keep going. All right. Derwent, I've heard of those pencils. Yeah. Okay, let's bring a kind of a curve right there at the edge and then come on around. So we'll just fill that in there. Just circular motion right up in there. And we'll fade some of that. So cancel out some of that dark there. Just like that. Okay. All right, we're getting close. We're getting close. I think I'll put a little bit of this in here down at the bottom. It's like that. It's sharp up on top. Now we're fading on the bottom here. Because your light source is actually behind the mountains here. All right. I think I can show a little bit more love right in his gap right in here. Just a little bit of something in there like so. Just a little brightness there. Just a little bit. A little bit. All right. All righty. All right. So as I'm looking at it, checking it out, I do believe that I can probably finish these clouds today. And I don't know if I'm going to use this brush. I might use a smaller one. Let's see what we got over here. Oh, an even smaller one. I think I'll use this. We'll see how this goes. Okay. We are going to go with the third color, the brighter color. We're going to go with the white. And a slight touch of that sky blue. Like that. All right. All right. We're going to try to go with that. Let's make plenty of that, though. This makes an interesting highlight color. I'm just rolling a lot of that off of my brush. And we're just going to come right here on this edge. Let's see how we do here. Wipe off a lot of that paint off my brush here. And we'll start to do a little blending. Just like so. Come on out here. Come in a little bit. Just like that. And it's just really me messing around with the outside edge there. No dark. Get rid of some of that dark there. I'm going to go past the dark edge a little bit. Let's come with some of that bright in there. So I want it opaque enough to cover up the dark. And it gives us a nice little highlight. I can blend the rest in, doesn't matter. All right. So it is brighter, but it's not glaring bright because of that blue mix I have in there. So I'm just going to go right here by the edge, like so. Bring some of that down in here, like that. And fade some of that in there. So you can kind of creak around some of that brightness in there like that. Just let it skip around a little bit. And come back around in here. It's really me getting rid of that dark edge there. And in doing that, I'm creating a highlight and more depth. Okay. So just a little bit of that bright right on this edge there. And you coast it inside, blend it inside. My main focus really is concentrating on getting that dark edge out of there. The rest will blend itself in there, like so. As you can see, it doesn't really take too long to do any of this. All right, just focus on the different planes, okay, and keeping with the circular nature of the sunburst. You got a hard edge here on top, but you would have a hard edge here on the bottom, but you had to have a hard edge here on the side, and everything else blends. It blends soft up here, it blends to the side over here to the left, and it blends down toward the bottom. Okay. And I'm mixing in, once again, the white and the sky blue. Okay. Because once again, I want it opaque enough to get rid of that dark. I'm just gotta get some more white, a touch of blue there. A little more white, like that. So it's a very, very light blue, but it appears almost white compared to all of this gray you see. And just out here, like that. And I can softly blend some of that. Come on down. I can, if I gotta go below the clouds, I'll go below them. It's all right. I'll bring some of that up in here. Right up in here like this. My main thing is really to cover up that dark area there, and then the rest, see, just blend. Now, if you don't entirely blend out the dark, that's okay. You just let it dry a little bit and you go back over it again. Right up in here. It's all right. See? Just blend that out. And remember, you can soften up things here. All right. So don't panic. It will all work out for you. See, add a little brightness here, fade it out. Come here, fade it out. Bring a little bit here, fade it out. But once again, don't get rid of all of your dark. Okay, you defeat the purpose if you get rid of all of that dark. Remember, the brighter you have it, the more it sticks out, the more it stands out. All right. Dip into more white. Get a little touch of that blue. And we're going to go through the whole process all over again. All right, I'm just getting rid of a lot of that paint. And we're going to continue on. Oh, let's do it right from around in here. And we're going to come out here. Just like that. Get rid of some of that. Come on here. And very lightly fade it away, circular motions. Like that. Come here and do another one. Circular, circular. Trail that out there. Out here where this dark is. Play around in here like that. Come on around. So you're creating, once again, more of that circular edge there. Okay. And you're creating highlights while you're doing it. Just like so. I'm wiping off the rest of the paint from my brush and I'm gonna blend that edge. Blend it, blend it, blend it, blend it. As you're blending these, remember that as it dries, it gets darker and the color starts to settle. And so you'll see all those nuances within the clouds. You can pretty much see it now. Okay. Up around in here, I'll come right off the edge there, and we'll continue it around in here like that. And once again, you fade out that side, fade the side out, just like that. All right. So it looks a whole lot more difficult than what it actually is because the underlying colors are doing the work for you. Follow me? I know you do. I know you do. Just like that. We'll get a little bit of love right in here too. And just come on downward. Yeah, we'll keep it right there. Keep a nice little light pocket right in there. We'll fade this out. We'll come here. We'll just fade that out. Blend it right out. See? That's how you get that nice soft look for it to them. Blend it right out. I think I put Jessica to sleep too. I know she has something going on in a little while. Like I say, people can leave comments and whatnot. Thumbs up, thumbs down. They'll see this most likely later on this evening or tonight. Tomorrow. Rinse off my brush here. Got a little bit of this color left, so we're gonna go over here to the flat side up around here, and we're gonna get little interesting pockets there, just like that. A lot of this you might not even see when it's all said and done, but we're gonna still get little bright pockets. I'm gonna act like there's nothing gonna be there. Of course, I just dropped my brush to the floor. There. That happens quite a bit too. Okay. So as I'm looking at this, checking things out, all right, I kind of like what I see here. I like it, I like it, I like it. All right. Since I just dropped my brush to the less than stellarly clean floor, gotta rewipe it. All right. Here's where things get a little bit interesting. I'm gonna go get a very typically hard brush. I think I'll use this guy. This guy will be perfect. I'll use this brush. Okay. We're gonna go with completely white. I don't really want to drag my hand way over there, so we're gonna scrape this up here. I kind of had a feeling I'm gonna finish these clouds today. There. Okay. All right. We're gonna get pure white. We're gonna bring it right here. Okay. I don't need much. Okay. Very opaque. And we're gonna go from the top this time. And now we're gonna put our super highlights, bright white, right on the edge. All right. Now you can really guide where you want these clouds to go. Okay. You can use your finger, up to you, to blend it. Okay. Come over here. I'm going to come over. We'll do it this way. See, I can guide what direction I want the nice shine to be on this. I think I'll do it that way. For one, it's quicker. All right. right here on its edge, right on the very edge, you're gonna get a lot of the glow. Okay, this is really tell you where everything's happening. All right. Still faded, but you just got that nice shell, that nice hard, bright. It's like almost like silver lining, but a little thicker. And this brightness is going to help guide your eye. All right. It's going to guide your eye. Just like that. Come on around its side here. You're going to need this because that outlines your clouds. Outlines where everything is. Just like that. We're going to bring some of that right up around in here. And just lightly fade those edges right out. Bring some of that brightness up in here too. And I'm just destroying the inside edge. That's all. I'm keeping the outside edge, the bottom edge I'm keeping. See? But all up in here, well, I'll just take the brush and do it. All up in here, it gets faded out. Just like that. All right. So now you're... Hello, Shane. How are you? We're starting to get those highlights in there. Good to see you, Shane. All right. Just like that. We're going to come up and around like that. And once again, I'm just fading out. Blend it out. And now you naturally see where everything is going. All right. I'm hanging in there, Shay. I'm hanging in there. Slowly trying to get back into the mix of things. That's all. I've taken quite a break, so. So much of a break, I got demonetized because I was gone so long. You just gotta love it. But hey, it happens. You know, I gotta go through the dance, go through the process of getting it back again. But you know, it's just the way it is. It's okay. Once again, I'm just filling in highlights. And basically, all you're doing, and as you can see, all right, especially here on its cloud edge, right here, all in here, definitely the light is going to hit the very edge there. Do it a piece at a time, okay? And with a dry brush, you know, you can really play with this. Take some of that paint, add it somewhere else. Come on around. Even though I'm adding this highlight like that, never forget your darks. All right, don't totally obliterate your darks. Okay. And be mindful of your light source. I really enjoyed your painting, Shay. I love it when they come across my board, my wall there. You think I might not be looking, but I look. Sometimes I might not, if I'm driving or I'm occupied, preoccupied, I can't really text. So I might leave a heart symbol or something. all the way around up in here. Add some of that brightness down in there. Fade it out. Not really leaving it's not leaving a silver lining per se. It may start out as one, but you're really spreading it out. So you're really showing off different planes, different edges of the work. Okay, if you want to add a thinner line anywhere, it will probably be nearest where I am, or the closest ones to you. Then you add your silver lining. But I know that there's going to be objects in front of all of this, so I just got to pick my battles when it comes to that. Okay. Just pick your battles when you do stuff like this. And once again, I'm just adding to the flow of this. Of course, you need that edge. I want that edge, but you can destroy the bottom. Keep the edge, destroy the bottom there. Fade that bottom out. Like so. I gotta smooth that out a little bit better, blend that out. Like I say, a lot of stuff here on the bottom you might not even see when it's all said and done. There's no water, no glycerin, it's just me and the paint and the scumbling method, all right? In case you're wondering. Let's dip it more into my titanium white. Now, I've used every color but titanium white. On the last part here is really the titanium white. It's the direct highlight. I wanted the titanium white to be the brightest thing there. All right. Hello, Sonia. I'm sorry, I know I cut it into your RV time. I gotta kind of get it in when I can fit it in today. I got a lot of downloads to do, doing a computer project, so it's doing this thing while I'm chatting and painting. So, kind of like killing the two birds with one stone thing I'm doing. Like I said, a lot of stuff you see me doing right now, it's just fluff and filler, because I know a lot of the fall trees are going to be in here. Okay, once again, this painting is going to just have a sense of depth into it. All right, so now I don't really want to add any paint to this, so I just use water. And I'm just going to destroy the bottom edge. See? Just destroy that bottom edge. Fade it out. And while the paint's, you can still manipulate the paint. So you use the water. Kind of gradually get that out of there. It's all right. All this stuff down here, it's not going to really matter. All right, this stuff here isn't going to matter. All right.
Are you busy?
Yeah, what's going on? What happened?
OJ sent me a picture of Sapphire to print off. This phone does not allow me to send it to myself in my email so I can print it.
You got the picture on you right now.
Uh-huh.
Pull it up back, because you're just pull it back up. Let me see. You gotta love real time, guys.
Listen, I'm used to the old shit.
All right, let me see it.
Oh, you
There,
want it where it's saved or in his message?
is it in his message?
Yep, but I
Okay.
also have it saved.
Oh, if you got it saved, then I mean it's already in your PC. Then all you gotta do is print it
No,
off.
it's in my phone,
Yeah.
right in my gallery.
Okay. Well, that's perfect. You can print from your gallery.
Oh, I can?
Yes. Here, let me see that.
So I just got to go put
Oh,
a
yeah.
picture thing in there and
It all depends on what size you want it.
whatever paper we got.
It can do it at 11.
No,
11.
I mean
Oh, I'm gonna have to get up. Yeah, I would have to show you how to do that.
all right.
But yeah, you can easily do it, and I'll do it. I'm not gonna be on here too long because I'm just doing the clouds.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I
Yeah.
used to be able to email.
Yeah, no. As long as it's in your gallery, you don't have to.
Oh, all right.
Yep. Okay. So, I am. Yeah, we're almost through, guys. We're almost through. Rob was in New York City. Are you? Oh my goodness! I did not know he was in New York. Well, wow. Crap. If I'd have known, I would have made the trip. I would have drove to meet him. He goes back to the UK tomorrow. My goodness. I mean, he was just really a little bit of a ways from Sonya. I could have, if we went to New Jersey, I would have just drove to New Jersey. Wow. Oh well. Man. Okay, right up here on the edge, up around in here. Well, I'll do it this way, because now you can play around with. See. And basically, I'm just destroying the outside edge, but I'm gonna keep with the silver lining deal. And all you need really is the brightness. Okay, see that? That's all. Matter of fact, let me use a script liner. So let's put this back over here. Let's use one of the thin brushes. The the mountain glows will reach back there, but they will be just a sliver of light. All right. Okay. Up around in here, like so. Come up around in here, and you can see pretty much where it's going to go. You can create them. All right. If you want something to go somewhere else, easily do it. All right. Keep it bright. All right. So it sticks out, so it stands out. Keep them bright. Highlight certain areas that you want to be bright like that. Especially around here on the edge. All right. Separate. Again, you're creating depth. And it's going to really show off your clouds, and it shows off the scene in the back. It frames it in. All right. All right. Let's bring some of that love right up in here. When you give something so bright and give it a nice sharp bright edge like this, obviously it makes it stick out, and it helps along with the the depth of your work. Um, right in here. Oh, we're gonna come around up, just like so. All right. So particularly where the blue sky is, right in here. You're gonna really get that look. Just like that. Come on in there. Put it in there. The more you have in a certain area, I'll give you the example. The more you have, like the silver linings here, your eye's gonna be drawn to it, and the brighter it will look. And all you're doing is painting squiggly lines. You follow me? Okay. Let's come here. Let's do it right off the page, right in here. Just like this. Have it come up here a little bit and curve like that. And you're creating extra planes in your clouds. So you're giving yourself extra clouds without even trying. All you do is adding more of the lines. Let's just create one coming out here. Just see, we just create another one. Just like that. And just have it disappear that way. All right. So you can start off with one plane of clouds and end up with 13. See? All right. And I'm just creating them. See, you make them butt right into each other, crisscross into each other. All right. I'm adding a little water because my paint is starting to dry up a little bit, but I'm keeping it fairly thick. Okay. So a lot of this will make sense after a while. Remember, you're framing in this. Okay. All right. And because the paint is pretty thick, right up in here, come up around, over. See how you just make it overlap? All right. And you can continue this and continue this. You can just make it endless. It's really, truly your world. You do what you feel is right for your painting. Okay. I see everybody's gotten quiet on me again. You guys, I think you're just trying to make me get a complex. I got some of the most quiet watchers. We're almost there. We're about 98% here. Remember, as the paint's wet, you can manipulate. And I'm still looking. I'm still checking things out here. And what makes this stick out like such is that the pure titanium white is the very last thing I put on here. See, what you thought was white wasn't really white. It was mixed in with homemade gray and different variations of homemade gray, and making browns and making that browns gray and such. And so you get what you're looking at right now. Okay. All right. Let's let this dry. I'm gonna do something else. I know I can get away with it, and this is be the last part for this evening. So as I let let that dry, let's take a slightly larger brush. We'll take this guy. Hopefully, let's wet this brush up here. This is a 1-inch brush. It's another one of my workhorses. This guy. All right. It's seen a few battles. There you guys are, Shane and Billy. We're gonna get some water, dip the water in the brush, get a little bit of the sky blue. We're making a glaze right now. Okay. Just like that. Make it nice, watery, sloppy. All right. Okay. More water than paint. You just want a nice light glaze. Like that. I don't believe all of it's dry yet. Then again, it may have just made a lighter out of me. Most of it is. Okay. So, what we're going to do is come within here and we're going to lighten, put a little bit of light blue in there. And what am I doing? I'm adding more depth. See that? Well, come up in here a little bit. As you can see, I'm just adding a touch of light blue to some of these guys. Not necessarily on the edge, but in the middle clouds there. Okay. See that? See what's happening? Now we're adding more depth. All right, see, you just got light shadows in there. See? And all it is just a slight touch of light blue will do it for you. All right? It does not have to be heavy-handed at all. Okay? All right. Don't take it and be very heavy-handed with it. All right. Up here in the shadows, you can add a little bit. Once again, it's just a light glaze. One of the advantages of using acrylic, it just dries ridiculously fast. Okay. All right. Let's put this up here because that also could be the problem why we get the jitters. It's got to be out of the way. There. Okay. Sometimes you see the camera pulsating, moving in and out, but I think it's that guy back there that might be doing it. He didn't do it. This is a larger board, so I have to put the camera back more, so it shows the LEDs back there more. So that's what's interfering. It's causing the camera to go in and out a little bit. But anyway, all right, here we be. Okay. Now that I've done that, all right. I can add Oh, I can probably add what color the grass is going to be. 'Cause remember, now that I've completed this, okay, I can wait for it to dry. Um, I could add little bits of like there. I don't think the mist would hurt it much if I put some mist. It'll bring it back just a slight bit. Let's take the smallest amount of white. All right, small amount of white. Okay, and we're just going to blend it right across like that. Get a little bit more white. Just touch it a little bit. I don't want too much of it. And you're going straight across. Go straight across. Just like that. You want it to. I got water on the brush, so there we go. And to get that misty look, right across there. Yes, I'm killing the hard edge. Get it built up a little bit. All right. See that there's something going on there in the front of the trees. Okay, just a little bit. I'm just drying off my brush there. Smallest amount of white. I'm using really the side of the brush. And I just want a little hint of atmosphere in between. You have to put it by the tree line here. Obscure it just a little bit, not much, just a little. And make it to where it's thick enough that you know it's going straight across the page there. Which brings everything in the background back even further, but it's not really overly heavy-handed. You follow me? All right, you see that it's there, okay? But you're not killing the whole project with it, okay? But it just, once again, it just brings all of this back further, all right? Oh, is that your way of telling me you're still awake there, Sonia? Hmm? All right. Now that I've done that, okay, what's I got the look I want. That's cool. It is there. Here, um, well, I'm gonna have a slew of colors stuff going here for the fall um, trees and such. I don't want to waste all of this green. Let it go to waste. So we're gonna use some of that. I'm gonna use some of this blue too in there. Just get a little bit of the ground coloring here, and then we'll work with the we're gonna fade some of that color right up in that mist there. Let's go down below just to lighten it up a little bit. Now you're not going to be able to tell really. The light's hitting it. Obviously, it's graying it out a little bit, but the light is hitting this. And I just want to put a little bit of that color up until this here. A lot of that is going to be obscured anyway with the color of the fall trees that I'm going to put in. And once again, I just don't want to waste all of the color I have down there. So I'll just put it in here for right now. Now I know I got to go and do this print job here for the dog. So like I say, I got a somewhat of a long night ahead of me here. Got to check on my downloads and stuff. So I'm gonna show her how to do it. So when she have to come across something like that again, she'll know how to do it. So I'm always teaching, but that's cool. It's a good thing. All right, just like so. All righty. So when I do come back on, what's going to be done is that we're going to block in. We're going to block in a forest in here. Okay. It may be that might be the tallest, but they're going to be pretty detailed up in here. Okay, so it might be the full canopy might be here. All right, and so we'll put the trees in here, and they're going to be grouped and crowded together. So it might have a grouping slightly ahead of the other one, so it really fills up this board. And we're going to come in here. We're not going to totally obscure all of that. Okay, what would be the point? So we're going to put it here. Okay, put a couple tall ones in there. All right, and they'll probably get taller here. All right, so everything will balance out. All right, so I already see it in my mind. And once we get into these trees in the fall colors, they'll be more detailed. And I'll show you how to do that with all these colors and all of that good stuff. But all right, we're going to stop. We'll end it right here. I appreciate you guys. I know you don't see me with the other camera on. I don't have all the lights on, so I might look like a big blot if I do. So we'll see what happens. Let's see. All right, well, there I am in my purple glory. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Like I say, I know not too many people will get the notifications. Like I said, I've been gone for a while, so it might be me starting back from the beginning again. Who knows? But I appreciate you. Let me get everything all queued up here. Thank you very much. I shall see you guys when I see you. Until then, there. Peace.